So it will come in time to come, but unfortunately, unless proven otherwise, all are COVID patient at the moment. Pandemic is on, so we cannot trust anybody. People like to hide their history, their travel history. Patients, they hide so that, they can be treated well.
Next question, Vignesh.
There is a question from Dr. Jayesh. In spite of low testing, the positive rate is 4.86%, which is very much lower than other countries. Absolutely. But if you could have done more testing, this positive percentage would have definitely be much lower, sir.
I have my scientific explanation is, as I said, the Indians have innate and adaptive immunity better than Western world. 1. 2, the elderly population is only 7.5% to 8% in India who are more susceptible to coronavirus infection, soft target for it, and they have higher mortality, morbidity, and they present with severe and critical symptoms. So most of those patients in those 15% severe and critical symptoms are elderly patients with comorbidities like hypertension and coronary artery disease.
Next, Vignesh.
Yes, sir. There is a question from Dr. Ankit Kumar Kataria. His question is, Doctor, COVID positive patients are majority on HQs and azithromycin. So yes. Is it recommended to use amiodarone for arrhythmia treatment?
Yeah, of course, we can use the amiodarone also. No problem, they respond well. But as you know, we have to monitor the QTC. That becomes mandatory, particularly when you are using in combination with SCQ and also the azithromycin. Both are known to cause QTC prolongation. And even cardarone is known to cause QTC prolongation, and that is also proarrhythmic. Cardarone per se is also a proarrhythmic agent. So definitely QTC monitoring has to be close and regular.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question is Dr. Ilayaraja from Chennai. He has got 2 questions. His first question is, what interval is needed between azithromycin and HCQ so that long QT can be minimized? This is his first question, sir.
See, the azithromycin, we can give it in single dose to begin with. And hydroxychloroquine, we have to give in BD doses. And the dose that we use for normally azithromycin 500 milligram OD, instead that we can use 250 milligram OD. Got my point?
Hello.
Got my point?
Sir, your voice should be a little more louder, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So as I explained that when you are using a combination of SCQ and azithromycin dose has to be half, not 500, 250 milligram. That is one way we can, reduce the QTC danger and danger from the life-threatening arrhythmia.
And the second question from the same Dr. Ilayaraja. In India, for herd immunity, it may take for another 7 months or so. So how long HCQ prophylaxis to be continued?
As I said, that it is empirical. HCQ prophylaxis is only empirical. It may not work actually. It is not scientifically given. It's empirically given without any proper evidence of that it has a prophylactic, chemophylaxis. It produces chemophylaxis for coronavirus. It's not so far proven by any scientific study or RCT or any such trial.
another question that he has made. Early to comment, but that the case fatality rate in India seems less compared to Europe or USA. Maybe
And
another 2 weeks, maybe another 2 weeks will be crucial. What is the view?
yeah, the reason being, as I said, we have a good innate and adaptive immunity due to BCG vaccine. That is one. Second, most of our population, almost 65% below the age of 35. So we have very young population, and people have greater immunity as compared to the elderly patient. Whereas elderly patient numbers are very high in America. 60% population is in America and Europe are elderly. And ours is only 7.5%.
Another question is,
if you are seeing your age above age of 60, you come in 7.5% those fortunate people.
Vignesh, any question?
Yes, sir. So the other question is from Dr. Jayesh. Do we need to wait for getting COVID PCR report in STEMI patient for proceeding to PCI?
Now, as I said that since the report takes time, we can do HRCT.
Okay.
If HRCT is also negative, then you can take the patient. If the patient is high risk patient for the STEMI, might lose a life, then certainly you take that patient in the cath lab and do the PCI with the proper protection to all yourself and all the staff who are working in the cath lab with you. And then of course sterilize whole room after the procedure is over, irrespective of that patient is positive or not.
The next question is from Dr. Sharada. Her question is, sir, unstable angina protocol.
Unstable angina protocol, as I said, medical management, essential. Unless they are high risk, they have recalcitrant angina or resistant angina, ongoing angina, arrhythmias, heart failure, recurrent angina. Those patients, of course, and STEMI, we have to consider them for early PCI, even in COVID era, to save their life, with proper protection to all the healthcare workers, including the doctors.
Okay. So the next question is from Dr. Ashish Kumar Singh.
Yes.
What precautions should be taken in OPD for doctors, staff, and medical store staff, something like that, generalized?
What precaution I take, I will tell you. You know, this virus is very, very sensitive to general soap. When you wash the hand with the soap, it's extremely sensitive to that soap. All you have to do is do a good lather and wash the hand for 20 minutes. 20 seconds. Sorry, 20 seconds only. And that, what happens with the soap? The spike protein is on the surface of the coronavirus, and that soap disrupts that chain of the protein on the surface of the coronavirus. And that protein itself is highly infective and has a capacity to penetrate alveolar cells.
Yes, sir. The next question is, sir, if virus load at the outset decides outcome, then will acquiring infection from a symptomatic individual would help us to have less symptomatic disease?
Of course, see, that is one of the problem. I'll tell you, in India, that people, were unaware that there is something like coronavirus and it is so bloody killer. They were not aware. So they were, they were traveling, moving here and there in the theater and common public places, and they would certainly, develop a corona infection and they go home. But their resistance is so good that they don't develop symptoms. They are young population. Young population, they are the one who move freely all over the place. and elderly is at the home. So only when elderly population, elderly person, elderly relative of his, that person, young individual, elderly relative, if it is in the house, he's the one who will become a serious victim of the coronavirus. And more so if he has comorbidities with it.
Sir, another question. What would be the percentage of asymptomatic COVID patient in India according to you, sir?
85%.
85%.
30% for sure, and 55% very mild symptoms.
Okay.
Those have good immunity. You know, I have shown you this just now.
Sir, more we do testing, lower and lower will be the case fatality rates and case positive rates. Your thought on it, sir?
Yeah, my thought on it is that there are two things in India. The innate and adaptive immunity due to BCG vaccine is too good. So, you know, for that reason, we are a little fortunate in terms of having a serious problem with the corona infection. That is one. And the second, my thought is that the most patients, why they remain asymptomatic? Because they are young population, 65% is young population. They have good immunity. It's all about having a good immunity.
Right.
And younger you are, the better the immunity.
Yes, sir.
The teenage, they hardly have a chance to develop corona infection, the teenage.
Sir, one last question before wind up this session. Still, I think you are popping in. Sir, why why recurrence occurs in COVID patients, and what would be the percentage of it, sir?
Recurrent infection in COVID.
Yeah, in COVID.
At least I have not come across particularly this aspect, that because I thought that the IgG level will protect them always. Because IgG level, antibody level will remain in the blood and protect them always.
Right, sir.
And in fact, Dr. Rahul Gupta has given his compliment to you, sir, by saying, good presentation, sir. Dr. Rahul Gupta.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I take that. I am Hariharan from Microlabs. I sincerely thank each and every doctor who are present over here. And I hope that you would have got the cardiac presentations in the COVID situations by Dr. Vijay Bang, Leelavati Hospital, Mumbai. I sincerely thank you by accepting our invitation and took part in this webinar. Thanks a lot, sir. And I sincerely thank Dr. Vijay Bang for his extraordinary presentations and preparations that he has made on COVID-19 and the cardiac events. Very nice of you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Stay
you.
home, stay safe.
Yes,
Yes.
very sure, sir. Same
Namaste.
to you too, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir.
Some more questions, Vignesh.
Is it? I think it's still happening, sir. I'm just getting through that.
Because it is
Are like appreciating wonderful presentation, although. So there was one question from Dr. Kannan. Sir, Dr. Vijay Bang, do we have time to answer this question, sir?
Yes, sure, I'm there.
Yes, sir. What is the percentage of COVID-19 positivity in acute MI in India, sir?
As such, as I said, the type 2 MI is what we know in the COVID patients who have no pre-existing coronary artery disease. Okay? And now comes the patients who are elderly, who already have a pre-existing coronary artery disease and comorbidities due to corona infection, stress and inflammation in the body. They might have a plaque rupture and develop acute STEMI. Now, at the moment, there is no study available to tell us exactly what percentage of patients with existing atherosclerotic coronary artery disease will develop STEMI during corona. That data is yet to come.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
I'm not, sir, aren't many questions available right now, sir? Do
Okay.
we wind up this webinar program, sir?
I think most of the questions have been answered.
Yeah.
That any more questions, the time is on. So thanks, thank you. We can quit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.